Welcome to Art Walk with Cassie.
Not long ago, I was visiting the Aurora Museum in Shanghai. In the gallery devoted to the study of jade, one display case stopped me in my tracks. Inside it sat an assortment of materials, both man-made and naturally occurring minerals, all dating to the same era as the jade pieces, and all used to imitate the look of real jade. Agate, of course, looked perfectly at home among them, but then a single word made me pause. It said glass. Several white, blue, and yellow objects from the Warring States and Han periods lay there quietly, beneath a label that read simply, glass. My first reaction was this: shouldn't the ancients have called it Liuli? Are these two words really interchangeable here? That small moment of confusion turned out to open the door to a story stretching back more than 2,000 years. It is a story about materials, about naming, and about cultural identity itself. Today, glass is about as ordinary a word as we have. Windows, cups, phone screens, all of them are glass. But if you traveled back to the Han Dynasty, walked into a marketplace, and asked a vendor whether he had any glass for sale, he would most likely just stare at you, baffled. As an independent word with its modern meaning, glass, or boli in Chinese, wasn't truly established until sometime after the Song Dynasty. Before that, the word appeared only occasionally in texts, and its meaning drifted. Sometimes it referred to a transparent gemstone. Sometimes it was simply an alternate way of writing Liuli. It had no stable territory of meaning to call its own. What finally gave glass a household of its own was a wave of influence from the West. During the Song Dynasty, maritime trade flourished, and large quantities of highly transparent glassware from Persia, the Arab world, and even Europe poured into the Chinese market. These imported wares were crystal clear, a world apart from the semi-translucent objects fired at home. And so the Chinese began, quite deliberately, to draw a distinction. Glass they reserved for these transparent foreign arrivals. Liuli they gave back to the native tradition. This was a split in naming based on origin rather than material. To put it bluntly, the meaning of glass in the Song Dynasty was less a description of a substance than a certificate of where it came from. From the standpoint of materials science, glass is essentially an amorphous solid. Its atoms are arranged without regularity, without long-range order, formed when a molten material cools so quickly it has no time to crystallize. In the strictest sense, it is something like a frozen liquid. This definition has nothing to do with composition, color, or transparency. Whether it's window glass, lead crystal, or the lead barium glass fired by Warring States artisans, so long as it meets this structural criterion, modern science regards it without hesitation as glass. But if glass only came of age in the song, what about the older word that ruled before it? That brings us to the far stranger story of Liuli, and to the moment Chinese artisans invented something the world had never seen.
So much for today. I'm so glad you could make it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.